Thank you for coming to Chris's Kitchen. We're going to feature Chinese food for you. And we're going to start the rice for the fried rice.
First thing we're going to do is start the rice. It'll take about 20 minutes. And we're going to start with 1.5 cups of water, and we'll bring that to a boil. Throw the rice into the boiling water, turn it down to simmer low, and cover for 20 minutes. So I've got three pretty decent sized chicken breast halves, and I just trim them up a little. And we're going to cut these into various size pieces, but you want to try to shoot for about 1.5 inches cubes. You want them all roughly the same size, so that the cooking time, you don't end up with some that are less done and some that are overcooked. And we're going to dust these with a light dusting of white pepper, garlic powder, you can go a little heavy on the garlic, and sea salt. And you don't need a lot of sea salt. Just enough to keep the chicken from diluting the salt level of the sauce that it's going to be in. And we'll put those aside, and those should marinate for a minimum of 4 hours as well. The rice is down to about 3 minutes, and it's kind of fluffy and a little bit moist, so we're going to call it done, cut the heat, and let it sit until it cools.
Okay, now we're going to start the fried rice and cashew chicken portion of our Chinese dinner. But first, we're going to enjoy a teriyaki strip appetizer.
For the cashew chicken, 3/4 cup of larger diced onion and 1/2 cup of kind of larger sized celery. And for the fried rice, I've got 1/2 cup of onion and 1/4 cup of diced carrot and 1/4 cup of celery. Both pans are going to get a little bit of vegetable oil, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. I don't know, my guess is about 1/4 cup. I've also got some green beans on the back burner steaming. They don't have to be all the way cooked, but if they're par cooked, we'll add them into the cashew chicken at a later time. That wok is hot enough. And so into both pans, we're going to put our vegetables, the vegetables for the fried rice, and the vegetables for the cashew chicken. And also maybe about 1/2 teaspoon or so of sesame oil, optional. And you want to keep these pans hot as the vegetables cook. Okay, ready? In the rice, you can make a little hole, and if you don't have a decent pool of oil on the pan, you can add a little bit. You don't want to drop the egg on a dry spot. And then just drop the egg in. scramble that egg up a little. Add the garlic. And into the wok, into the pool of oil, we're going to drop that chicken. Now this rice pan is red hot again. And we're just going to put another little drop of oil in the center. Less than a teaspoon. And we're going to add our white long grain rice that has cooled down. I like to use a spatula to get under that rice and flip it up. By this time it should be a little bit browned on the bottom. Once it has looked like it has started to crisp, you can sprinkle the top with a little soy sauce. And a little bit of white pepper, just a fine dusting. Once it's turned white all around, you can add the sauces to it. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the duck sauce and the oyster sauce. It needed to be a little bit sweeter. In my opinion, you can make it however you like it. So there we have it. We've got fried rice, cashew chicken, and beef teriyaki. Delicious. Just a couple of words about the cashew chicken. I use oyster sauce and Thai chili sauce and duck sauce. There are many different sauces available. There's black bean sauce. This is a authentic sweet and sour sauce that I found. It's really good in recipes. A lot of times I'll use plum sauce if it's available in the cashew chicken. That's delicious as well. But the key thing is to make it how you like it. There are 100 different variations on just about every Chinese food dish. And you don't have to necessarily follow this recipe, but it does give you a good basic ground from which to experiment from and make your own Chinese food. So, thank you for coming for Chris's Kitchen today, where we give you authentic cashew chicken with fried rice and beef teriyaki. I hope you enjoy.